Challenges make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ravneet Kaur, a student of BAGMC, welcomes you all to the celebrity guest lecture on the topic Importance of Mental Health for Film and Media Professionals, organized by Trinity Institute of Professional Studies in association with Popcorn Flix. What mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, more unashamed conversation about illness that affects not only individuals but their families as well. So, this webinar will give us a better understanding to talk comfortably about our anxieties, stress, and depression instead of suffering alone. So before we begin further, as a custom, we shall initiate today's occasion with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp and solicit the auspicious blessing of Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, integrity, and light. Asto Ma Sadgamaya, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityum Ma Amritam Gamaya. Meaning, from non-existence, lead us to existence. From darkness, lead us to light. And from death, lead us to eternal light. Now, may I request the Panchu sir to please play the video of lamp lighting and paying a floral tribute to Ma Saraswati and late Sri O.P. Tandon sir, founder, chairman of Kamal and Trinity Group of Institutions. So today with us, we have eminent guest speakers who will enlighten us with their knowledge and will give us an insight to Asia, Africa's first mental health awareness feature film. But before that, I, on behalf of Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, would like to take an opportunity in welcoming our dignitaries. I am enthralled to welcome the beautiful actress, Ms. Tanu Vidyarthi, with Yellow Roses. I wish we could have felicitated and handed it to you in real, but nevertheless, I'm excited to greet mesmerizing actor Miss Kelly Jubilee with Pink Roses. With a bunch of yellow roses, let me welcome Mr. Amit R. Agarwal. I'm glad to welcome Dr. Raj K.P. Sinha with white flowers. With beautiful pink roses, let me greet the versatile actor, Miss Leila Panda. I'm delighted to welcome our visionary chairman, Dr. R.K. Tandon, with a bunch of flowers. Thank you, sir, for gracing this event. Wish to welcome Professor Dr. Barkha Behel with a bouquet. I'm glad to welcome you all and thank you for your gracious presence. Now, moving ahead, let me introduce you with our first guest, Ms. Tanu Vidyarthi. She is an award-winning actress, a very popular face on Indian television and web series space. Her latest starring role as Khyati Devi in the critically lauded web series Maharani won her whole legion of fans. Other than Maharani, she has been seen in a plethora of TV shows, most notable being Akbar, Kabal, Birbal, and Phir Lautai Nagin. Our second guest, Kelly Jubilee, is British Greek actor. Kelly was always passionate about theatre and films. A graduate from the prestigious De Montfort University with a degree in performing arts. Miss Kelly formed her own theatre company, Out of the Blue Theatre, in order to open doors for other graduates and herself, garnering 5-star reviews while they performed at the Leicester Square Theatre. Their adaptation of Dario Fo's Can't Pay, Won't Pay was aired on Italian TV to celebrate Fo's 90th birthday. Soon Kelly made transition onto screen with known works in Hymns of Paris, Megan 2019, The Code 2018, and Struggle 2018. Kelly has just made her first short film as a producer. She is an advocate for mental health and building your own doors. She was also a part of the lockdown monologue. Am I even here? Our next guest is Miss Odisha, Miss Leela Panda. Her film 6 Hours with Terrorists is the world's longest single short film by Limca Book of Records. She has also done some ad films with Akshay Kumar as lead model for Harpic. Ms. Leela was also nominated for National Award for Feature Film Under 12 in London Film Festival for Film Jugni and for Abbey Awards. She is also a professional Odissi dancer and voiceover artist who is currently in advanced stage to develop a show on Netflix. Let me introduce you to Dr. Raj K.P. Sinha, who is a National Commissioner, Scouts and Guides the Organization of India. Last but not the least, we have among us the founder of Popcorn Flix, Mr. Amit R. Agarwal, filmmaker that made COVID Go world's first COVID-19 vaccine film. He is winner of Lord Baden-Powell National Award for Cinema 2020. He made Asia Africa's first mental health awareness feature film. He also made first Indo-Kyrgyz feature film. He currently organized and participated in more than 1,000 film events worldwide. Mr. Amit is also permanent panelist on Open Forum of International Film Festival of India. Now, I consider it to be a great honor to invite Dr. R.K. Tandon, Chairman Tips, an eloquent speaker, to please address the gathering and share his words of wisdom.
Thank you, Ravneet. Am I audible?
Ji, sir.
Can you see me also?
No, sir, your video is not audible. It's not.
I think there is some problem in network. I was trying to come on the platform for last half an hour. So, but I think there is some problem. Anyway, we can, I can deliver my thoughts like this only then. So at the root of this dilemma, it is the way we view mental health in this country. Whether an illness affects your heart, your leg, or your brain, it is still an illness, and there should be no distinction. With this thoughtful quote by Michael Obama, let me begin my speech on a very important topic, importance of mental health for film and media professionals. It is so important that we all need to speak up and discuss on mental health. Brain is the most beautiful and important part of our body. The ability to imagine, think, do logical and complex calculation, etc., could be possible because of mind. Humans are driven by instincts, intellect, and logic. We try to observe the patterns, may it be weather forecast, sales, stock, or TRPs, which makes us different from the rest of species as they simply follow the instinct. So we need to take care of mental health. I am delighted to welcome the distinguished guest present amongst us, Miss Kelly, actress and producer, Miss Tanu Vidyarthi, actress, Dr. Raj K.P. Singh, National Commissioner, Scouts and Guides, Organization of India, Miss Leila Panda, actress and producer, and Mr. Amit Agarwal, founder and COO, Popcorn Flix. I must congratulate Mr. Amit for unveiling the trailer release date of feature film titled Honey Kapoor YOLO on this platform. This is Asia Africa's first mental health awareness feature film. I am glad to welcome our alumni. I am really elated and proud of you for establishing and making your name in this stiff competitive world. I would like to congratulate all of you for your outstanding work and contribution. I would like to appreciate the director, Professor Dr. Barkha Behel, for organizing the webinar by inviting such eminent personalities. I am delighted with the thought of felicitating the alumni and recognizing their work by the Board of Management of TIPS Dwarka. I must congratulate and acknowledge the entire BAJMC department for putting great efforts in making the event successful. Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, talking about the topic, as per the mental health is essential for all mankind, one needs to be positive, happy, and relaxed. It is extremely essential when it comes to media. We'll try to explain with simple example. I am sure most of us watch news every day, and by watching COVID-19 news, we feel more stressed and anxious. Now just think when we are getting such impact by just seeing the news, maybe once or twice, think how it will be impacting the people who are covering it 365 days and are spending a lot of time capturing patients, talking to their families, seeing them facing and dealing with such difficult situations. It actually impacts them largely. I'm sure these days we all are very conscious on our health, especially the youngsters. I'm sure most of you are spending good amount of time in workouts, yoga, dancing, or any form of exercise for your body. I'm sure you are eating healthy to stay fit. Similarly, it is very important to take good care of your brain by giving good diet in the form of positive thoughts, motivating and inspirational stories. Stay away from negativity. Try to deviate from negative thoughts by speaking to some positive person, reading some good books, listening to some good music. Would like to end my speech with the quote of Ariana Huffington. If you take care of your mind, you take care of the entire world. With this, I end. Thank you. Jai Hind. Over to Ravneet, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us. Now, I would like to call Professor Dr. Barkha Bell, Director Tips, to please share her thoughts and address our audience.
Thank you, Ravneet. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, sir, Dr. R.K. Tandon, Dr. Shashibala, Principal Law Department, our distinguished guests, our star alumni, my dear colleagues and students present today. Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, in collaboration with Popcorn Flix, is privileged and honored to host a webinar on importance of mental health for film and media professionals. I want to extend my gratitude towards Mr. Amit R. Agarwal, Kelly Jwele, Tanu Vidyarthi, Laila Panda, and Dr. Raj K.P. Sinha, all renowned professionals who took time out from their busy schedule to enlighten all of us on the said topic. The upkeep of mental health is the need of the hour with the fast-paced changes we encounter in our day-to-day lives today. With the onset of the ongoing pandemic, it has been observed that there has been a deterioration of mental health which has accelerated many folds, be it related to personal loss, relationship, sickness, professional growth, or due to prevalent impact of COVID-19 on business slowdown worldwide. The sheer competition and the nature of industry makes keeping proper mental balance a task in itself, and our neglect towards mental health only makes this task harder than before. Therefore, as a first step to solve the problem, it is necessary that we identify the problem and resolve the same either by discussion, proper mentorship, exercises, meditations, walks, medications, etc. Also, the same can be done with more and more efforts to spread awareness about it, which I feel can be very well done by film and media industry. Therefore, to meet the current challenges in every sphere of life, it becomes imperative that mass communication and media industry, keeping themselves mentally calm, need to work in this direction efficiently and effectively for the larger benefit of the society. Mass media serve as socializing agents that aid in construction of perceptions and learned behavior. Mass media, due to its tremendous reach and constant exposure, have the unique ability to alter popular opinion of large number of people. In today's session, the learned speakers, I hope, will be focusing on the mental health challenges of media industry and how media is coming forward to aware the adverse consequences and sensitive reporting of issues relating to mental illness in general and addressing stigma and discrimination associated with mental illness. We congratulate Mr. Amit R. Agarwal for taking up initiative and coming up with the documentary feature film on mental health, whose trailer they will be releasing soon. Congratulations, Mr. Amit Agarwal sir. A big round of applause for you and your whole team. Also looking forward for the inputs of all the eminent personalities today for their deliberations in this direction. The Institute on regular basis under the aegis of Internal Quality Assurance Cell takes initiatives to provide holistic development environment to their students in both online and offline mode by conducting and organizing various curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Today's event is one out of them. As a result, our students have excelled professionally and personally and have brought laurels to the Institute by getting many accolades, gold medals, and also having prestigious positions in the reputed organizations like Byju's, TCS, Z News, Republic TV, Radio FM, ABP News, Google, KPMG, Wipro, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, ICICI Bank, Amazon, to name a few. Today, we will be honoring our star alumni, Ms. Priyanka Sharma, Mr. Ananya Bhatnagar, Ms. Malika Malhotra, Mr. Atishay Malkotia, for showing exponential growth in their careers, making us all proud and taking the name of our institute even higher. And we expect our current students to learn from them and be ambitious enough to achieve great heights in their careers as well. Institute, through its innovative pedagogies, is standing beside every student for their career progression. With these words, I end here and thank all of you for holding this webinar. Thanks to Amitar Agarwal and all his team members for agreeing and conducting this webinar at this scale. Thanks to our Honorable Chairman, sir, for providing guidance, support, and inspiring all of us to conduct such events all through. Thanks to Mr. Tapanshu, Dr. Mukta, and all their team members for working wholeheartedly for the success of the event. Thanks to Ms. Ravneet and Mr. Harshit Goyal, student of BCA and student of BJMC, for managing this, helping us managing this event. Thank you all. Thank you, Ravneet.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts. Now, I would like Mr. Amit R. Agarwal to carry forward this session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ravneet. Thank you, Ravneet, and thank you to just a second. Thank you, Ravneet. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ravneet, and thank you to Tandon sir, Barkha ma'am, everybody at Trinity, PEPS, that is, the staff, but most of all the students that joined us at this odd hour of 1:30. Jo lunch ka time hota hai, it's the time for lunch. So thank you for being here. And thank you to Tanu, Lala, Dr. Sinha, and Kelly, most of all, for joining us. It's 9 a.m. in London, I know, and we are holding you. Thank you for being here. Now, before I move forward, can we play the announcement release date video of the trailer, the movie? Is it possible?
Sure, sir. I'll play it.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't know whether you got the audio right, everybody, or not, because the audio wasn't right over here. So I'm not sure. Anyways, the point of showing this teaser, the announcement date trailer, was that we started this film in 2019. And suddenly nobody knew that COVID will happen. And the film was delayed. We even had a release date set, 24th of July, 2020. And the film was delayed because of COVID-19. And I have a very established network worldwide, globally, with people from UK, US, Australia, worldwide practically. And when I talk to them, they tell me that nothing is happening. All the films, all the TV shows, all the web series are stuck because there's no movement. There are so many restrictions that they can't create art. And so this made me realize that this is probably a blessing in disguise, because this is the time when people are realizing that how important mental health is. And talking about that, if there has always been a debate about what is more important, mental health or physical health. Now I feel that mental health is more important, because if you have a sound mental health, you can achieve great things. And the best example is Stephen Hawking. Everybody knows about him. And he was severely restricted in his physical movements, but the kind of things he achieved is simply amazing. Having said that, mental health happens all the time. It affects us all the time. Like today, we were supposed to start the event at 1:30, and we started at 1:50. And I'm sure that few people might have got that, oh my God, what's happening? Will the event happen? So these are the small things that affect our mental health. Having said that, I'm really thankful to my entire team, because only 10% of filmmakers right now, between 2019 and 2021, have been able to achieve filming their film or releasing their film. One of the biggest films franchise worldwide, Bond film, is stuck because of COVID-19, and everybody is waiting for Bond. And I was supposed to release the trailer at Cannes Film Festival in 2020, and because the festival was cancelled last year, and this year we had a very severely restricted festival, and we couldn't travel because of the travel restrictions imposed. So again, it was a mental health dent for me that, my God, I'm not able to release the film at Cannes Film, the trailer of the film at Cannes Film Festival. But then we had two very big online events at the opening of the Cannes Film Festival on 6th of July, and today, that is the closing of the Cannes Film Festival on July 17th. So I believe that each and every hardship gives you an opportunity to innovate, to adapt, and to release to achieve things that are not possible if the hardship is not there. It gives you an opportunity to innovate and move forward in life. Having said that, I would now invite, I have got so many eminent people waiting to speak on mental health. So I would now like to invite, I think, Dr. Sinha, because he's the most senior person over here. And he's got such a huge profile on him that we just cannot speak that entire profile out over here. So I'll invite Dr. Sinha to share his thoughts on mental health. Thank you.
First of all, good afternoon, all of you. I'm Dr. Raj K.P. Sinha, the National Commissioner for India, a Scout Guide organization, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. First of all, I would like to thank to entire team, and especially my younger brother, Mr. Amit Agrawal. He is very, very close to me. Mental health plays a very important role in our daily lives. It can affect our daily living, relationship, and physical health. Nowadays, people are very much vocal about their mental health as compared to earlier times. One should take care of their mental health as it is most important. Doing this, one can enjoy the life and can feel fulfilled. Conditions such as stress, depressions, and anxiety can disrupt one's daily life routine. The recognition that long hours, freelance contracts, and distracting storylines can make the film industry a challenging place to work in. The red carpet glamour can sometimes hide the stressful realities of working in the film industry, like low pay, job insecurity, worn-out, rejection, and intense period with long hours away from the family and friends. That is why industry experts should now call for a mental health awareness and solution. They believe the wider industry needs to recognize the importance of opening up about mental health. The first step is to talk and advocate better solution and better condition. We need to stop being afraid and vulnerable. In India, people are increasingly using new technology with increasing frequency to text message, WhatsApp, emails, blogs, as well as with the social networking websites for business, entertainments, and to stay in touch with friends and family, acquiring information about the world. However, keeping all the above points in the mind, it is very important for all type of people in any kind of business or any job sector to openly talk about mental health. Mental health should no more remain a taboo, and people should be able to communicate here issues about issues without hesitating what other people would think. The more I can talk about it, the more it will be easy for a layman or common man like us to seek help. The firmest way and the only way to start the treatment is to talk about it openly. This should not feel like an embarrassment to people, as nowadays mental health is an important part of our daily lives. In the end, I would just like to say that people should be brave and bold enough to take care of themselves and their loved ones without thinking what the other people might think about them or their family. Now is the time to take action. It is you versus your happy and complete life. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Very well spoken, Dr. Sinha Sahab, Bhai Sahab, very well spoken. And as Bhai Sahab rightly said, that the new technologies have made filming possible during the COVID. So this mental health awareness feature film, Hari Kapoor YOLO, is also world's first remote film feature film. As an experiment, I already experimented such sort of filming with with world's first film, a short film on COVID vaccine, COVID Go. I had an actor playing parallel lead part from London. So she shot her portion and sent from London, and then I shot a remote film part again in India, and the film really went very well. So right now, most of the people worldwide are facing a crunch. It's first remote film, feature film. I've got portions from people from Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, US, UK. So anybody who wants to be a part of this feature film can contact me, because right now we are in the last schedule of filming, and the film releases on October 10 and the trailer comes out on August 15. Having said that, I would now invite Kelly, who's been here right from 9 a.m. in the morning, London time, to speak a few words on mental health, about her career, about her life, and how important is mental health for her. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, everyone. And it's really great
Kelly,
to hear
you will have to.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So thank you so much for having me. I'd like to first give you some statistics. In India, over 90 million Indians out of the 1.3 billion population suffer from a mental health issue. And that's a big number. In the UK, almost 9 in 10 people working in the UK's film and TV industry have experienced a mental health problem. Now, the reason why I think this happens is because, like Dr. Tandon and Sinha have mentioned, people are too scared to talk about it to each other and to shine a light on the mental health issues they go through, because they're invisible. We don't see them. We can see physical pain, but we don't always see someone suffering through a smile. So it's important to always talk about it. And we all know that our industry is exciting and fast-paced, but it's demanding. The hours are long, the working conditions are sometimes stressful. And then, of course, the pandemic hit our industry at a horrendous magnitude. For the first time, we saw theatres and cinemas we loved shut. And we didn't know when or if they would ever reopen. However, the positive of that is we all kept creating. We came together as a community worldwide. We met people from different countries and industries, whether they were producers or actors or directors. And we all came together and spoke about the issues that we were facing during the pandemic. But during the face of adversity, we also found other ways to do what we love. Like Amit, we created things online. We took part in events. We did, short films. There's always a way. And so for me, I think the most important way to stay positive is to be resilient. And what resilience means is that although you're going through hardship, you bounce back quickly. Now, that does not mean you don't allow yourself time to feel the negative feelings, but it means that within those negative feelings, you are reflecting and you are looking back at what you've achieved and where you want to go next. And you don't allow those negative emotions to stop you from creating amazing work and living your best life. So I'd like to share with you some ways that I stayed positive during the pandemic and generally within my career. And I think that the first one is what I've mentioned is reflection. Reflect on what you've achieved. If you write a list of everything that you've done, you'll be surprised at how much you've actually achieved, how far you have come every step of the way. No matter how small, every step led you to the next big thing. And then the second is action. As creatives, we find it particularly difficult not to create and make things and be part of that community. And so it's learning new skills, contacting people you met at premieres or events, that you haven't spoken to in a while and sharing those creative skills. It's about propelling yourself forward and keeping those creative juices flowing. And of course, we need to replenish ourselves. The pandemic hit, everything was closed. And the best thing we could do for our mental health is pause. Pause with the world and think about what this pause meant for us. Can we relax, allow our mind to sort of rest from all the stress, talk to family, read books, engage with ourselves a little bit more, be self-aware. So it's really important to replenish. It's also thinking about who's around you. What's your support network like? Really, truly, because when we're in a fast-paced industry, we sometimes forget about who's really important in our lives and why they are there. What are we doing to bring out the best in each other? Are you represented by the best agent, somebody that believes in you? Are you working with producers and directors that want to see you flourish and blossom? That's what you need to think about, is your support network. And you also need to talk about these feelings, make it less taboo by bringing the invisible visible, showing people that behind your smile, there may be a broken thought. And by sharing those, we are less surprised to see how many people actually feel the same way as us. If you'd like to read my blog, Staying Positive, I can also put the link in the chat. Thank you so much for listening. And I look forward to hearing everybody else speak.
Thank you, Kelly. That was really well summed up. And what I really liked about the entire speech was that you really did a background study and pulled out the figure of Indians suffering from mental health. But the point is, just like in the West, in India too, there is a very big stigma attached with mental health. Because in India, people say that mental health, oh, that person is pagal. Pagal is mad in English. Okay, so I was speaking to a very prominent psychologist in India, and she told me that the actual figure is much more larger. She told me that about 90%, just like you said in US, 9 out of 10 actors are suffering from mental health issues. 90% of Indian population, for that matter, world population, have their mental health issues. So this is a very important topic that needs to be tackled. And having said that, we move on to the Maharani, the actress who really made an impact in 2021. One actress who really made achieved the real khyati of all the actresses. Tanu, I would like to hear from you. Thank you.
Mr. Amit, can I interrupt in between?
Sure.
Before you start with Ms. Tanu, can I speak a few words for Ms. Kelly?
Of course. Of course.
Ms.
Kelly,
I would like to appreciate you. I am audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? Ms. Kelly, you spoke very well. You really spoke very well. You covered almost 360 degrees of this, issue. And I must congratulate you on your thoughts. And indeed, we should replenish ourselves like we replenish money by earning it. So we should replenish our thoughts, our positive thoughts, and we should rejuvenate ourselves. And one thing which is, hitting very hard to our nation, that is shyness. If we have a small pain, if we have a pinch of small thorn, then we speak out that we are having pain. But when we have depression, when we have negative thoughts, we do not come forward in India to tell others. So that situation aggravates the problem. There is a saying to nip in the bud. You should not grow your problem. Here, unfortunately, In mental sickness, we grow the problem. When we grow the problem, it is difficult to, small it. It is difficult to control it. So we should open up. I must tell all the audience, please don't shy. Tell others also, don't shy in telling if you have some problem. And certainly the main part of running this body is the brain. So when we are shying for our brain, it means we are losing the entire world. The main part, we should not, leave to its mercy. When we have problem, we should open up. So really we are impressed, Miss Kelly. You have spoken very well, and we have taken down the points which we may use in future as well in our institution to guide students. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making such important points. And Kelly, now you can very well say that you have inspired part of the curriculum of an institution too.
Yeah.
So congratulations. So from sir's, before I come to Tanu, the Maharani, from sir's talk, I just recalled one very important conversation with a doctor, because I was researching for the film with a lot of doctors. And he said that a client of his, a patient of his, called from Singapore, 1-year-old kid, whatever, a 1-year-old was suffering from huge, was just not okay. All the time he was sick. The doctor said that just take the kid out. And it was very tough to taking the kid out during the lockdown. So once the kid was out, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So once the kid was out, he was smiling and he was feeling well. So that means even a 1-year-old kid has mental health problems, has mental health issues, which no one acknowledges. So this is very important to know that mental health is very important for everybody. Having said that, we move on to the Maharani, who has got much ख्याति in 2021.
Hi, I'm sorry, Mr. Agarwal, I lost your audio, but I just heard Maharani, so I guess it's my time to speak. So hi, everybody. I'm so glad. So to begin with, I would really like to congratulate everyone to start the dialogue. I mean, we started the conversation. So, okay. So before I became an actor, I've been a psychology student. So I have been very well aware that mental health is primary. I mean, like the World Health Organization says, that if you do not have mental health, there is no health. And especially during the pandemic, I think we all have, like by and large, everyone has become aware about the importance of your physical health and at the same time, your mental health, because both need to go hand in hand. So I'm so glad that we've started a dialogue, because just the way in, like in filmmaking, dialogue is such an important tool to reach, to move with the story and to reach a climax. In the same fashion, I feel a dialogue is very important, with mental health to reach a solution. Till we do not talk, we would not know, I mean, the awareness would not roll in. And if there's no awareness, how do we address the issue? So I'm very glad that we are talking, on a platform like this where, especially with film and media fraternity. So I'm really glad. And yes, it is primary. And I'm glad that we're talking about it because, like we all know as actors, like what Dr. Sinha and Kelly said, that the unpredictability of it, and especially with the pandemic, I think the unpredictability has gone into, capitals. Everything by and large, like a blanket has become unpredictable. So the minute the challenge is there, we need to upgrade our, you know, well-being, our mental well-being. So I'm glad that we are talking because talking is the simplest tool that we can utilize and kind of set the ball rolling. So very glad that we are doing that. And yeah, like what I do, little things, just like Kelly said, that to go internal and to, like little tools like meditation, and exercise and yoga, all of it. I mean, it was designed to take care of our mental health, but we somehow, in the rush of life, we kind of lost touch. But I think it's time to now pause and get back to our roots and take care of ourselves and get aware and work towards it. Beginning with a dialogue. So I'm happy we are.
Thank you, Tanu.
I sounded like a monologue. I wasn't sure if I was audible, so I hope I
No,
was.
no, you are.
No, you are audible. Spoke very
You
well.
were you were very audible, Tanu, loud and clear. And I hope I'm not interrupting you. You are done with your talk?
So I mean, whatever's coming organically to me, I'm talking because, like I told you, Actors Life, I have been shooting till 6 a.m. in the morning. So unfortunately, I didn't get much time to kind of, I just thought that I'll organically take this topic up and just whatever I feel. If you want to ask me something, I could further go on. But just, being on this platform and talking about mental health awareness, I think it's a great initiative. And we are automatically giving importance to something which is so vital, so which is great, and we should go about it.
Thank you, Tanu. Thank you. This was so much vital. The talks you talked, though I haven't heard half of the talks because my watching it later on. But whatever I've heard, it really struck a chord. And yes, the best way to talk is go impromptu. Kelly has raised her hand. Probably she's got something to add on. Kelly?
Yeah, sorry. That was amazing, Tanu. Thank you so much. I just wanted to add, because you mentioned meditation and tools that we can use, and I 100% agree with that. So I want to share a story. I actually never tried meditation before in my life, and I felt a really big urge during COVID-19 when everything stopped, that I really needed to not just be self-aware, but actually take action within my own mental health and really delve deep into what my fears were, because sometimes our negative emotions actually are showing us what's wrong, what's really wrong, and what we need to fix internally. So I tried meditation for the first time, and I was just crying. And it felt so euphoric because everything I meditated was beautiful. And it was a future that I was too anxious to picture. And, I was scared to picture it because of the uncertainty that you mentioned. And after, I felt so good because I felt like it was in reach. And so, yeah, thank you for mentioning that. And I hope that everybody today maybe will come off this call and try to meditate and really think about what they want their future to be and not be scared to wish for it, And yeah, and another tool that really helps me is affirmations. I don't know whether you guys do this in India, but
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to add to that. Affirmations,
Yes.
simple. And another thing that I would like to add is the gratitude journal. Just being thankful, like what you said, just writing the simplest, the teeniest, the tiniest thing of gratitude. The minute you get into gratitude, it just switches your energy from negative to positive. You just completely change the way your mind functions, and you get into meditation at the click of a at the snap of a finger. So adding to that, of course, affirmations and gratitude. Simple, but instant results. So lovely. Yeah, thanks for adding that.
Kelly. Hello,
Hi,
Kelly.
sorry. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, so thank you, Tanu. I agree with that. And for me, it's choosing an affirmation that maybe, you know, a new one each week that maybe is relevant to that specific thing you're going through. But also I want to touch upon something that was mentioned earlier about mental health. You said mental health is just as important as physical health. I think something we forget as well is how much our mental health can actually affect our physical health.
Absolutely.
And actually, a lot of the times when we have a physical pain, it stems from mental pain. That's where it really comes from. Because like Mr. Tandon said, he said that, you know, the brain is the most important thing in your body. It sends messages everywhere. It's constantly interconnecting with everything that's going on internally. And so sometimes if you feel physical pain, I urge you to think about might be causing that physical pain mentally and really addressing that problem within.
Absolutely. I would like to add to that, because what you just addressed, Kelly, even the psychologists have kind of affirmed to the fact that most 99.9% of our diseases, even our physical illness, is psychosomatic. So it's starting here. So it all starts, you know, when the head is placed above the entire body. So of course it is supreme. So it's got to start here, and it follows a hierarchy and goes down. So that has been scientifically proven by, you know, most of the scientists and psychologists, that 100%, literally 100% of our disease, it starts there, and it can blow out and become a huge physical illness, but it begins at the emotional, at the thought level, at the mental level. So absolutely right. That's why the whole meditation, if you see, if you're talking about this, meditation has to be effective. So the minute you pause your thoughts, you pause your feelings, you pause, in the sense you witness it, rather than you just you know, allowing it to take over. You start witnessing your mind. The minute you start witnessing your mind, you start losing things. It's an experience by itself. You need to meditate to know what it is, but it's so simple. So I would really love to share with everyone who has been meditating or not been meditating, that please be on the track. Just take out a few minutes every day. And you know, especially to the students, because you know, they must be under high pressure. I mean, you know, as actors, we're kind of used to the you know, the unpredictability of life. But students, they generally regimented, and now they've been challenged by the pandemic. They're studying online, so there's a whole 360-degree you know, change for them. So I would really urge students to just try it as a tool. Google, see what you can get, find what works for you. Just start and experiment with meditation. There are so many forms. Experiment, see what works for you. Something that works for somebody else might not work, but it's simple. Just start it, and you'll realize that it becomes the simplest and easiest way of de-stressing and kind of getting your energies in, and getting healthier, and for our, you know, mental, getting mindful and getting you know, aware. So yeah, these are the tools I usually use, and so I would love to share with everyone, and especially the students, that get into this discipline also, and you'll see the magic happen. I really feel that.
Kelly.
Kelly would
That was
like.
amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I'm welcome to listen to other people now. I feel like I've contributed a bit too much. I'm so sorry.
So we had this lovely conversation between Tanu and Kelly, and of course we all heard it. And interestingly, very interestingly, all these points, meditation, yoga, dancer, laughter, all these therapies are very effectively used in Honey Kapoor YOLO. So you will be seeing a lot of these, because the film is set in the film industry and told in the film and film format. It's about a superstar who's suffering from low mental health, and how he overcomes it, how he becomes from a real life hero, he becomes a real life hero. And in the world, we have got so many people who suffer from mental health in the film industry. We had a great actor like Robin Williams committing suicide. Closer home in India, I won't take the name, but last year we had a very big superstar committing suicide. So it's very important to have a sound mental health to lead a happy life. And I always believe happy people are the only people that can give back to the society, that can better the society, that can make the society a better place to live. So happiness stems from mental health, and mental health stems from a sound, fertile mind. Having said that, I will now invite the most important pillar of this whole session, Leila Panda, to speak of words.
Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you, Amit. Thank you, Tanu, to join us, believing me and joining. And hello, Kelly, and hello, Mr. Tondon. I'm really attached to Trinity and to all the students of Trinity. It was really a lovely memory 2 years back to come there and address all of you. And
1 year back, 1 year back.
1 year back, it was
Yeah,
only,
time
oh my
flies.
God. Time flies. What I feel, we should accept it that it's okay not to be okay. It's not a taboo anymore. You should talk about it. Sometimes what happens, we don't feel that we are not okay. Okay, mentally, if we are unstable, we don't know it. So you can have a trusted group of friends whom you can ask anything, who should not feel judgmental about you. So if you have anybody, friend, colleague, parent, sister, brother, anybody, you just ask them if you are okay or not. And there's no harm in that. As Amit said, if you have a problem in the brain, or if you have a problem in the hand or something, you talk about it. Okay. So if somebody pinches you, talk about it. So why cannot you talk about something which is pinching you from so many days or so many, and if you're not comfortable with yourself, with any problem. So personally, in my experience in all these 2 years, 1.5 years course, I started this to talk to my friends, to some of my closest friends every day. We made a routine meeting in the morning at 8. We started our tea together, talking about whatever comes to our mind, and we start the day with a laughter. So with that, then gradually we started doing yoga together. So now every morning at 7, 4 of my friends, including me, we are together in a yoga session, pranayam, and then completely unbiased, any kind of talk, be it gossip, laughter, problems, whatever it may be. That really helps you a lot to start your day in such a pandemic situation, to start something cheerfully. And if your morning is cheerful, then the whole day goes like that. Because now we don't go out, we don't meet people. So the best thing, as Tanu said, is conversation. Talk to people, talk to those friends whom you have not met from like last 15 years or something. You collect this is now very easy, through Facebook or through Insta or anywhere, and you just talk to them. And this is first thing. And something I would like to tell the students who are watching us, that human brain is an indefinite source of energy. You can channelize your energy. It is not just about studying or acting or something. You just see what you can do. If you're good in cooking, try it. If you're good in knitting, you're good in watching something, or reading a book, or anything that you enjoy, you try it now. I think this is a blessing in disguise this time, and particularly for people from Bombay. I have not met Tanu. She's such a good friend of mine from, I think, 3 years. We don't get time. And if we meet somewhere, and we just, it's just hi or bye, and you just run because you have to go to some other meeting, some audition, something, and some so this is the time when you rediscover yourself. You rediscover the relationships, what you have not you have not spoken to people, nice people who are there in your life from years, from ages. This is the time to channelize your creativity, to channelize your brain, to channelize your, the energy in so many ways. And the third thing, what I would like to tell people who will be professionals in some years, students from Trinity, you should manage your finance. This pandemic actually teaches us this, how to manage your finance intelligently. You should know what you should do financially and what we should not do. I won't take the names of those big TV stars who have been, who are in news very recently, that so and so organization, so and so have, given them some kind of aid because they are absolutely jobless, they don't have any money. uh, I won't pinpoint at them, but this is an issue that you should know where to spend, where not to spend if you don't have any work for next 2 years. It's not just about actors, it's about every professional who is related to TV and film industry. Anybody, voiceover artists, sound engineers, art directors, writers, anybody, because our industry is a highly demanding industry and it is the most unpredictable industry. Though we earn, I think, more than any other professional, but then it is not certain. We ourselves don't know, and when it will end, and then what to do with that money. A lot of people, they don't know how to spend it or how to invest it wisely. So that is like, I can just take a small example of certain television stars who have purchased huge flats in Bombay, and now they don't know how to pay the EMI. So these are the things you should always keep it in mind, that what if you are not getting any source of money for next 2 years. This pandemic has taught this very important thing, to manage our finance. You must know, as a student, as a professional, as anybody, this thing can happen to anybody in this world. So these are the most important things pandemic has to do with us, and we should know how to use this pandemic in a positive way, not thinking that, oh, I'm so lonely, or I have no work, or I don't know what to do. So let's spend this time positively and spend this time wisely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lela, for your inputs. And do the guests have any more inputs to share, or we move to Ravneet?
Can I say thank you to Lela ji?
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Amit, I'm really glad that Ms. Lela is remembering the visit of Pips. And believe me, it is memorable for us as well. So we are really thank you for your patronage and your kind words. And you really, I appreciate whatever you spoke on this issue. It is very important for all of us to manage ourselves with regard to finance, with regard to, I'm using this word again, that we should rejuvenate and replenish ourselves with positive thoughts. So I'm really glad that you are here today with us. And I would like to mention two more points, especially for ladies. Like, ladies are having some special days in a month. And it is, there that it irritates the body. During such time, negative thoughts come. Some ladies are having, irritation, even some anger in the mind. Likewise, these days which are special and which are causing, mental disturbance. In a few cases, or in almost all the cases in ladies, I believe I can say this, or if it is in a few cases, then, one should manage it with the therapy, with consciousness, that such time is coming, I should be more conscious about my behavior, about my daily routine, about my, thoughts and speaking. Whatever I am speaking, it should be in a righteous manner, so that such days should not become depressive and should not become, offensive for others. I may be bold in speaking this issue, but when we are talking about, mental health, then we should be open up and we should take care of such circumstances which irritates us. Like if I don't like discussions, long discussions, and long discussions land up me to a situation where I feel depressive, I feel depression, or I become, less active for some time, then such person should avoid long discussions. We as a human body should think what pinches us, which situation can land up us to a stress situation. And in such stress situations where we are not able to handle ourselves, so we should, check out such situations which are not suitable for our personality, for our mindset, and we should avoid landing up in such situation to avoid mental stress. Suppose I am an entrepreneur and I think that when I deposit the amount, then I can, invest it. Means after depositing a certain amount, I invest. There are entrepreneurs, those who do not deposit first, do not accumulate funds first, and they, go ahead with the investments. So I should know what kind of entrepreneur I am, what suits me, whether I am a person who should have sufficient funds, then only investment can be done and I remain cool, calm and satisfied in that, or I am bold enough to even invest without having the deposits. So it is very important for everyone to judge the personality and act accordingly. If you are not acting according to your mental, strength, if you are not going ahead as per your personality, if you are very soft spoken, then it doesn't mean that you can go ahead with fights and with outspoken things. That will certainly land up you in a mess. So whatever you are, you should remain like that and act like that, and you should judge yourself, then go ahead in your life. So I should not take more time, Mr. Amit. It is already 3 o'clock, I believe. So over to Ravneet.
Roots or like in the coil of appreciation for goodness. Thank you so much, everyone, educating us for this day. I'm about such a complex topic in such an interesting manner. Once again, thank you all for your involvement. And also, I would like to give best wishes and convey our congratulations to Mr. Amit Agarwal for his upcoming film. We wish and pray that the film touches the sky and reaches high. So with this, now it's time for a question and answer round where you can clear your doubts, ask questions, or anything related to discussion. Just write down your question and the speaker to whom your question, and I will read out your question.
We will start felicitation first.
Am I audible?
Yes, Ravneet, go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Ravneet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time for question and answer round. Whoever wants to ask question, they can put it in the chat box and I will read it out.
Ravneet, we will take question answers later on. We will going on to do the felicitation first. So go ahead with that, please.
Okay, sir. Okay. So with this, I'm excited to share that today our star alumni have agreed to join us and grace the occasion with their benign presence. I am overwhelmed to welcome them and would like to request them to share their thoughts and wonderful experience from their life. Before we begin to know more about our alumni, let me take an opportunity to call Honorable Chairman Sir for felicitating the star alumni.
Thank you again, Ravneet. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I think you have started with some slide. Can I continue? Mr. Tapanshu,
Yes, sir. First I will play the.
are you going to show something
Yes, sir. Yes.
or should I continue?
Yes, sir. You can continue after the video. We will just play the video for 30 seconds.
Okay, no issue.
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tapanshu. My dear students and alumni members present here today, I once again welcome you all from core of my heart. Dear students, I firmly believe that if you want to achieve extraordinary in life, then you need to work extraordinarily. Further, you need to come out from your comfort zone to be a successful person. There is a simple saying, no pain, no gain. So I think the success and growth of any institution can be measured by the contribution of the alumni for its nation and society. I am feeling proud and joyful to give away Star Alumni Awards and appreciate the hard work of our alumni and their efforts. Firstly, Ms. Priyanka Sharma, working as an anchor at Z News. Ms. Malika Malhotra, associated with ABP News as an anchor and journalist. Mr. Ananya Bhatnagar, working with Republic TV as a correspondent legal. Mr. Atishay Malkotia, working as a radio jockey with 93.5 Red FM. Congratulations, all of you. Wishing you all the very best for your future endeavors as well. Over to Ravneet, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for your involvement. So, without any delay, let me welcome our first alumni, Ms. Priyanka, with yellow flowers and token of appreciation. So Ms. Priyanka is associated with Z News as a producer come anchor. Prior to this, she has worked with many news channels like Aaj Tak and Didi Kisan. She started her career as an intern with All India Radio and Nav Bharat Times. She completed her Bachelor's of Journalism and Mass Communication from Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, Dwarka, and post-graduation in Mass Communication from South Campus, University of Delhi in 2018. She also received the AIAC Excellent Award. We welcome you, ma'am, to share your thoughts.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
So very good afternoon to all of you present here. जिस तरीके से हमारी रोज शुरुआत होती है, नमस्कार, मैं हूँ आपके साथ प्रियंका शर्मा और इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ हम रोज मिलते हैं जी न्यूज पर। लेकिन मेरे पास एक सवाल ये आया था कि आप ये बताएं कि अगर हमें एंकरिंग में जाना है तो हम कॉलेज से कैसे शुरुआत करें। तो मुझे ये लगता है कि कॉलेज जो है एक आपकी नींव को तैयार करता है और वहां पर हमें हर तरह की जो एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज होती हैं उसमें इन्वॉल्व रहना चाहिए। और ट्रिनिटी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज की खासियत यही है कि यहाँ से कोई भी एक साधारण व्यक्ति एकदम प्रोफेशनल होकर ही आगे जाता है, प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में जाता है और उसके बाद उसकी जिंदगी की एक नई शुरुआत होती है। और एंकरिंग
Priyanka, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have Kelly with us and she won't be able to understand Hindi. So if you could make it in English, if possible.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. Thank you.
Don't worry, you can do it in Hindi if you want, and I can rewatch it online with subtitles. Don't worry too much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kelly.
कैली बोलती कि जो है ना आप हिंदी में कंटिन्यू करो, हमारे पास टाइटल आ रहा है। हाँ, वो हट गई, चली गई। हाँ,
Am I audible?
Yeah, actually, Priyanka had a bulletin at 3:15. That's why she had to leave due to that. We can continue with our other alumni. Thank you.
Okay, so now let me take the privilege to welcome Mr. Ananya Bhatnagar with a bunch of flowers and token of appreciation. Mr. Ananya is currently working with Republic TV as correspondent. He has spent at least 3 years in and outside courtrooms and lawyers' chamber, writing and reporting on various legal issues and cases in the lower court and the Delhi High Court. When not reporting or writing stories, Ananya can very well be seen on the streets of Mandi House, waiting to watch or perform a street or stage play. While his other interests also include writing or reciting poetry and clicking pictures. His major coverages on the verb front include the hanging of the Nirbhaya gang rape convicts and the hearing prior to it. The on-ground coverage of the JNU violence, the Delhi riots, the outbreak of COVID-19, lockdown 2020, and the farmer protest. We welcome you, sir, to please share your journey with us.
Thank you so much for, first of all, for the honor and the privilege given by Trinity Institute of Professional Studies for awarding as a Star Alumni. The question that was put to me was clearly that how do you differentiate and what did you learn as a legal reporter and what was the basic branch of it? So when we were studying at Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, there were subjects like socio-economic and political scenarios, in fact, media laws and ethics, which were the branches or the roots from which I started off as a legal journalist. And now, as I can show you, I am still reporting from the ground. I am so sorry I had to join in from the ground because I'm reporting from Ground Zero right now also for Republic TV. But I always feel it a privilege to report from the ground and to be a part of Trinity Institute of Professional Studies. I'm also sharing stage with Mr. Atishay Malkotia, who has been a very, very dear senior to me. And he's always been an inspiration to me. And I wanted to also give a note of thanks to Mr. Malkotia for always being an inspiration about for what to become in life. However, apart from this, the teachers, the faculty at Trinity Institute of Professional Studies has always been not only when we were in college, but also even after we have passed out, they are always a strength of support for us. And whenever we are in trouble, whenever we need some kind of help, they are always there to guide us with their wisdom and strength to give us hope at a time when we find things looming around and when we are stuck into the dark worlds of this ground reporting field. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ananya, for sharing your experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ananya. Thank you. It means a lot, man. Thank you.
I'm delighted to welcome Ms. Malika Malhotra with yellow flowers and token of appreciation. Malika Malhotra is an Indian news anchor and journalist. She is currently working with ABP News TV. She is one of the most trusted voices when it comes to analyzing emerging trends of India and global economy. She did her master's in international journalism from Cardiff University. She was awarded Student Journalist of the Year 2018 to 19 by IJA UK Europe. She is a journalist with more than 5 years of work experience as a news presenter in one of the leading news networks in India, such as Z Media and TV Today. We are very delighted to have you here, ma'am, and we'll be very glad if you share your experience.
Thank you, Ravneet, for the kind introduction. A very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for having me, and I would only like to thank our faculty members for their constant support and their guidance throughout our three years, of course, at Trinity Institute of Professional Studies. I think after I finished my graduation with TIPS, it just opened a whole wide world of opportunities for us. I was literally clueless as a student, like what I actually wanted to do in my life. But I think we got a good perspective, we got a good vision, and our practical classes and everything helped us really to understand in what field, in what direction we were, actually interested in. So I would like to thank Tandon sir and all the faculty members for their constant support and guidance. Thank you. Thanks, Ravneet. And you all have a great day ahead. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Balika.
you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks.
So now, let me take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Atisha Malkotia. I would like to greet him with pink flowers and token of appreciation. So he is currently working as a radio jockey with 93.5 Red FM. His radio name is Kadaklonda Atisha. He hosts an evening primetime show from Monday to Saturday at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. He was a winner of RJ Hunt organized by Radio Mirchi in the year 2015. From here, he started his journey in radio. He worked in Chandigarh with the Red FM and currently in Dehradun as RJ. Earlier, he hosted a show called Midnight Masala with radio name Atisha. We welcome you, sir, to guide us with your involvement.
All right. First of all, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right. I'll keep it bilingual, Kelly, so you don't have to worry. First of all, a kind regard to everybody and thank you for this appreciation. It means a lot. To my fellow alumni, Priyanka, Ananya, whatever you said, it means a lot. R.K. Tandon sir, Barkha ma'am, Mehtab sir, and every other student, also Tanu here present. Everybody, it's a kind regard that you have given to us. How much time do we have? I'll be very honest. Hame kitna time hai hamare paas abhi? Because I think we are running out of schedule. Do we have 5 minutes and how much time do we have? I'll keep it that way.
You can take 5 minutes.
All right, I'll take 5 minutes. Okay, Tandon sir is keeping a stopwatch in his hand.
No, not at all. Please carry on.
All right, so first of all, I would say that as sir said, R.K. Tandon sir ने एक चीज कही थी ना कि आप जब तक कॉलेज में नहीं आ सकते आप वो चीजें नहीं समझ सकते. That was the exact line my grandfather used to say, no knowledge without college, and Trinity Institute of Professional Studies is exactly the definition of that. Trust me, अगर ये कॉलेज नहीं होता मेरे जीवन में तो आज शायद मैं यहाँ नहीं होता और बाकी alumni भी I'm sure वो वहाँ पे नहीं होते जहाँ पर होना था. Because this college not only teaches you on the professional basis, as they say, Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, I don't agree with that because it enhances you personally. आपकी personal development के लिए भी it is very important. It doesn't let you enhance your professional skills but also your personal skills. The activities that they host, जैसे मैंने street play सबसे पहले join किया था as I joined this college, that gave me the confidence booster which is required in my field, all right? And the other kinds of activities and the way teachers taught, जो उनका तरीका था, not just keeping it very professional. If you have any queries, you could just go and turn up to them. And despite checking out the time, 5 minutes हो गया बेटा अब नहीं आ सकते. No, they were not like that. So they were every time they were available to us. Also on the social media, there was the need of the hour at that time and today as well. So yeah, I was asked a question. I'll directly come to that. I'll just read it out. It is really very important to have control on your tempo, pronunciation, pitch, etc. when you talk about radio. How did BGMC help you to learn voice modulation and production techniques? So for that, I will say yes. First of all, a tick mark. These are a very important skills required for radio. आपको voice modulation करनी पड़ेगी. जैसे मैं अभी बात कर रहा हूँ. So this is a modulation that I am doing. एक सेम पिच पे जैसे आप बात कर सकते हो ना, हाय मेरा नाम अतिशय है, आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं, देख रहे हैं. This is a single line that is going on. All right. So modulation and the tempo that you throw on mic is very important. How did BGMC help me? It helped me a lot, man. I remember I was told in my class that there is a radio hunt competition that was organized within the class. तो वो मेरा पहला हंट था. रेडियो मिर्ची 2015 happened later. पहला हंट अगर मैंने जो जीता था, that was in my class in BGMC 5th floor. So वहां से ये शुरू हुआ था. अगर वो ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं होता तो मैं अपनी स्किल नहीं जान पाता. Also the production rooms that they had, also the teachers, as I already mentioned, जो उन्होंने अपना इनपुट दिया था मुझे. और टाइम एंड अगेन आई वाज, अगर मुझसे कोई पूछे आपका पहला रेडियो शो कब हुआ था, so I would say 2016, but actual radio show first happened in Trinity itself, जो हमारे production room में. Kelly, I'll speak in English. I'm so sorry. You were saying like this. So the production room that they have, so they organized a thing like you have to create your own mock radio show. So that was the first show that I hosted. So it really helped me a lot. To all the students watching here, please pay attention. This is the institute that you are actually looking for. If you're actually trying to make a career in journalism and mass communication, this is the right place. Just give your best, because the teachers and faculty are actually giving it their best. So if both go hand in hand, you will achieve whatever you want. With that note, I would like to say thank you and namaste, Kelly, and everybody else. It means a lot having me, and this appreciation means a lot. Thank you, everybody. Sir, 5 minutes से ज़्यादा तो नहीं लिया मैंने. Sorry.
Yeah. You can carry on, my dear. No issue.
No. I'm done, sir. I'm done.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for your wonderful words, Atishay. You
means a lot,
now sir. My dear Kadak. आगे तो मैं boy बोल पाऊंगा क्योंकि that word is.
Sir, it's okay. Sir, can I just add one thing? Add one thing here.
Sure.
So अभी 3-4 लोगों ने मेरे नाम लिए. I think apart from Ananya and everybody else, मेरे नाम की pronunciation जो है, that there was a question ना, pronunciation कितना जरूरी होता है. It's very important because the name is Atishay, Atishi, Atishya, Malkotia. It's Atishay, A-T-I-S-H-A-Y. Kelly, I would like that. Please, एक बार आप मेरा नाम ले लें. Just set an example for everybody. It's Atishay. Can you say that? Can you say that, Kelly?
Atishay.
Atishay. That's it.
Great.
Atishay.
That's an example. Atishay. Yay. That's my correct pronunciation. Please carry on, everybody.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Atishay.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your understanding. So now I think Priyanka ma'am has joined us. So there was one question to ma'am, that is how did...
Yeah, see, listen, I'm in the studio right now. So can I join this session after 10 to 15 minutes because I have my bulletin? So I'm talking directly from my studio.
No issues. We are here. We will be waiting for you.
Yeah, definitely. After 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
On behalf of Priyanka, you can give her check to me.
No.
If she allows.
All right.
You have to take permission from her.
No, we can settle that. We have our alumni group. We'll discuss that
okay,
over there.
Then it's fine. Then we are not in picture.
All right, so I really want to extend my warm thank you to everyone, to every alumni for your time. So now moving forward, on behalf of Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, Fraternity, I would like to give best wishes and convey congratulations to Mr. Amit Agarwal for his upcoming film. We wish and pray that the film touches the sky and reaches high.
Yeah, but before we, there is question answer round session also. So we can take up the question answers of students now, so that we are here for another 15 minutes so that
And
Priyanka
that is
also-
important also. It is important to take question answer round. It is important to take question answer round.
Can I add up a few points if the time allows?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
time.
I know when journalism, many of them want to do reporting. I would always tell you, everybody, the students out here, that I know the start is not easy. I know the start is very difficult. I have seen it on my own hands. My friends too, who have become reporters. In fact, Atishay would also relate to this. That not only reporting, but then every field in journalism is so dynamic that it keeps changing every day. So my advice, my advice to all the students would be that always read up, at least read the headlines of the day every day, so that you're updated with what you're going through. Because unless and until you start, the best reporter is the one who's having the knowledge about the topic he's speaking on. Unless and until you are not familiar with the topic, in fact, when we report specifically legal stories, it's very so technical that even set aside and satisfied can mean way two different things. Like a word can change what you want to say. So always be well read, always try to brush up your facts, always try keep reading again and again. And also when you first time go on camera, I still every morning when I go on the camera, I'll definitely share with all of you. My VJs are always like, why are your legs shivering, why are your hands shivering? So this nervousness is very normal, but then once you get used to it, you'll definitely fall in love with TV reporting at least, and in fact print reporting as well when you're writing stories. But then TV reporting becomes much more fun when you see yourself on TV once, and it's kind of a हिंदी में कहूँ तो इसको नशे की तरह होता है कि आप एक बार अपने आप को टीवी पे देख लेते हो तो आपका मन होता है कि मुझे ही सारा स्क्रीन टाइम चाहिए ही चाहिए. So this is what motivates you to bring out the best of stories of your life, the best of stories that you can always report, and the best that you can give not only to your organization but also to your personal growth, because these stories stay on with you for your lifetime. No matter how many organizations you change, no matter what position you started as a correspondent, and maybe you are an associate editor at the end of it, but then these stories stay on with you for your lifetime. Thank you.
Very right. Very well spoken, Mr. Anane. Really, it is full of wisdom. And you know what Mr. Gandhi told? He said कि जब मैं पहली बार स्टेज पे चढ़ा तो मेरे पाँव लड़खड़ा गए. So it means कि जो बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, जो बहुत अच्छा बोलने वाले हैं, वो भी फर्स्ट एक्सपोजर के समय जो है ना घबरा सकते हैं. तो आप और हम अगर पहली या दूसरी रिपोर्टिंग या पहले या दूसरे किसी प्रेजेंटेशन में कहीं कुछ अपने आप को लड़खड़ाते हैं तो वो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. रियली वन शुड लर्न दिस कि जब एक्सपीरियंस होता है तभी जो है ना आप चीजों को और ज्यादा सीख पाते हैं. और जब तक आप स्विम करेंगे नहीं, जब तक आप स्विम नहीं करेंगे तब तक आपको स्विमिंग नहीं आएगी. और आपने ये भी अनन्य अच्छा कहा कि जो वर्क सेटिस्फेक्शन है that should be of prime importance. So आप जितनी भी स्टोरीज कर रहे हैं वो आपको सेटिस्फाई करती हैं मेंटली भी कि you are doing good, and that is the achievement. When you feel satisfaction out of your work, that is the biggest achievement. One should be satisfied with the work. Whatever we are doing, we should achieve satisfaction, and we should excel further to achieve more satisfaction in the work. That should be spirit. I am really impressed. You have spoken very well on this issue.
Well said, well said.
Yes.
Agree to you, sir. And thank you so much, Mr. Nanna, for sharing your experience. This will definitely help us in our journey. So now it's time for question and answer round. There is one little request that whatever question you're asking, please write the name of person to whom you're questioning. So it will be easy. I have already received one question. This question is from Ansh Kapoor to Amit sir. And he's asking that how is all the production and filming is carried out, especially due to the pandemic, when it is not very safe to move outside?
Meet, your voice is cracking up. Can you repeat it once more?
Sure, sir. How is
Thank you.
all the production and filming is carried out, especially due to the pandemic, when it is not very safe to move outside?
What happens is people are following proper COVID protocols, and then they have a cloud where they don't allow anybody else to come in. Like one of the upcoming films of Akshay Kumar was shot in London, Bell Bottom. And one of my very dear friends was involved on it in the production. So she told me that they were totally cut off from other people. The entire hotel was booked by them. They chartered a flight from India. That took them to London, and so it was really a closed environment. Right now, one of my very dear friends is shooting his film with Ranbir and Shraddha in Delhi, Love, his upcoming film. So again, he has a very closed atmosphere over there. So we work in closed environments. As for me, I have very limited people because I have a very realistic film, a feature film on hand with me, Mental Health. It's done in a very realistic manner. So I have a very limited crew. Again, I have limited them to the hotel. They are there, and we just move out from there when we are shooting inside the hotel premises. So you have to have a smart filming schedules during the pandemic, because if you don't have them, even if one person falls sick with COVID, you are risking the other people. And mostly what I'm doing is I'm doing remote filming now. So I've got actors sending me their parts in 4K, which I'm editing them in the film now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. I think, Ansh, you have received your answer. So moving forward, our next question is to Tanu ma'am. And the question is, how do you deal with hate comments, as well as we all see a lot of people saying abrupt things on social media?
Yeah, I like the question. Very interesting question, in fact. Like what the minute you accept that life is going to have its positives and its negatives, you've got to choose to, focus on the positive. So the minute you choose to focus on the positive, you delete the negative. So it's as simple as that. Focus on the positive, and you cannot please everyone, and just choose your happy space and your positive space and ignore the negative. As simple as that. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Tanu. Well said.
Ji, ma'am, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the answer. So our next question is to Kelly ma'am. And the question is, what if you are doing all the hard work but not getting results? For how long you should try before dropping it off as a career option?
That for me?
Yes, Kelly.
That's a difficult one. I'm going to be honest with you. Do you believe in yourself? If the answer to that is yes, never give up, never quit. Because if you quit, then you're going to go to your deathbed saying, if only I could have just waited a little bit longer. I know actors that started out in their 20s. They did a lot of feature films for independent directors, and they haven't made it, been recognized for their talent until they're in their 60s, and now they're on Netflix and doing really well. So I think it's about doing what you love, not for recognition or for fame, but doing it because you love it. And if something comes from it, if fame comes from it or recognition comes from it, then amazing, that's a bonus. But if you love it, don't give up, believe in yourself, keep pushing.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am.
I would like to add on to this. Film and entertainment industry is a very speculative industry, and it has a lot of luck factor also working for you. So from my personal experience, there is a very funny anecdote. I got to meet Sir Ben Kingsley, Academy Award winning actor who did Gandhi. He won Academy Award for that at a film festival, Cannes Film Festival, again, Kelly. So we got talking. In fact, he said, "Are you an actor?" And I said, "I'm a filmmaker." And he asked me, "What gets you to Cannes?" I said, "I'm raising funds for my movie." And I was raising $250,000 for my movie. And Ben Kingsley was raising $25 million for a movie called Taj Mahal. So this was in 2011, and we are yet to see Taj Mahal, in spite of the fact that it had Sir Ben Kingsley in it, with all his contacts and everything. So it's a highly speculative industry, but that doesn't mean that we should leave it. Of course, there are so many other opportunities that we have. Like when I went to shoot this film in Kyrgyzstan on the invitation of Kyrgyzstan, and we had this pandemic coming, COVID-19, I could have easily said, okay, like 90% of the filmmakers, that this film has to wait or this film has to be shot. But then I fought it and I said, okay, I'll and do it. And I'm doing it. I have done it. Now the film releases on October 10, and hopefully, yeah, it's a clap for the entire film industry. Hopefully, I'm sure that you will like it. Thank you.
Gee, sir, we will definitely like it, and we wish that your film touches the sky and reaches high. So
it's your film also. It's not my film. It's mental health, so it's everybody's film. Thank you.
Okay, so my next question is to Atisha sir, and I think this is a very important question. So someone is asking that how we can do our internships in radio.
Just go and get it. No, I'll just answer that. Yeah, actually, ये कैसा सवाल है ना? This is one question that I every day, मतलब 3 से 4 बारी, 3 to 4 times I get this messages on my DMs. Sir, how do we get internship on radio? How do we get internship on radio? I think इसका आंसर बहुत सीधे तरीके से दूंगा. Have the will, as said by Kelly, Amit, and also Tanu. अगर आपके अंदर passion है ना, I'll be very honest, apart from this Trinity Institute, I didn't have any mentor. Not somebody that I could look up to. Not I know that personally or in my family. That was somebody from a radio background. I created it on my own self. How? Because there was a passion, there was a zeal that drove me. I'll answer that your question very rightly. So when they ask me, so what about the internship? I always say whether it's available or not. But that's one message. And after that, 2 months, 3 months, they're gone. If you have the will, start bothering me. It is on me. I'll get irritated and I'll say, please stop texting me, but you do it on your end. If you are not ready for it, how will you get that? So answer is very simple. Please keep on trying. I can't say that there is this place that go there, you'll get an internship. No, it's not that easy. Radio has a very limited option. We just have 24 hours in a single day. And the RJ has to host at least a show for 3 to 4 hours. So you can have like at least maximum of 5 to 6 RJs in a day. So to get an internship and to get in there, it's very tough. I understand that, but keep trying, keep pushing, get the numbers of radio stations, drop in your resumes, get in touch with radio personalities, just visit every day to the offices of radio. मुझे चाहिए internship. क्या हो सकता है, आज कुछ हुआ, कल कुछ हुआ. Have that passion. You can't just sit back and मैंने तो text कर दिया था, किस्मत में नहीं है, क्या करें. You can't sit like that. You have to push yourself to the limit, and if you have the will, you will get it. That's what I say, and that's what I did. It took me 3 months to get an internship. I just did my best, and I had to. There was no second option for me. I had to do this. So I think that will be an answer for this.
All right. Thank you, sir, for your guidance. I think Kelly ma'am is also raising her hand. Ma'am, you can go ahead.
Oh, I just loved everything that Atishay was saying. And I also think, obviously, he was answering specifically to an internship. But guys, open your own doors. It might not be radio, but do a podcast. Start your own blog site. Do anything that interacts with where you want to go. It's a stepping stone. And then, you know, obviously do everything that Atishay said as well. Then go to get your internship. But do things in the process as well. Don't just wait. Do things that are similar just to get yourself out there and share it with the places that do internships and say, look, I set up my own podcast. Have a look, you know, have a listen. Tell me what you think.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for.
And I would also like to add on this. Basically, this industry is for go-getters. This is not for fence-sitters. This is for go-getters. You have to go out and burn your ego and get things done. Amitabh Bachchan is the biggest superstar of Indian cinema, and he was called one-man industry by Francois Truffaut, one of the biggest filmmakers in Europe. So during his low phase in 2000, he went to Yash Chopra and said that I won't work, I don't have any work. And we know what happened after Mohabbatein and Kaun Banega Crorepati. So if a person like Amitabh Bachchan can go and ask for work, who are we? Like, we are too small not to ask for work. Thank you.
Ji, sir, ji. So there is next question to you only. And the question is, how do you manage stress when you are facing a lot of challenges on the work front?
Who's the question for?
Yes.
Question is for you.
Me?
Ji, sir.
अच्छा, हिंदी में बोल देता हूँ. क्या होता है, जो हमारा जीवन है उसमें स्ट्रेस एक रोजमर्रा का काम है, और खासकर जो एक फिल्म मेकर होता है उसके लिए तो एक बहुत ही बड़ा काम है, क्योंकि एक्टर्स फिर भी बड़े रिलैक्स्ड होते हैं. तो मैं एक्टर भी हूँ, फिल्म मेकर भी हूँ, और फ्रैंकली मुझसे पूछा जाए, एज एन एक्टर यू आर इन अ वेरी सेफ जोन, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग इज प्रोवाइडेड फॉर. वहां पे आपको पता चले, जो अब तक का मेरा बेस्ट फिल्मिंग एक्सपीरियंस है वो है नोकिया की. मैंने एक एड फिल्म की थी 2011 में. सुबह 9 बजे बुलाया उन्होंने, पूरे टाइम खिलाया, कॉफी पिलाई. शाम को 7:30 बजे बुलाया उन्होंने, और 15 मिनट में मेरा शॉट लेके फ्री कर दिया, और हाथ में चेक आया 50,000 रुपए का. मैंने कहा यार, इससे अच्छी लाइफ हो ही नहीं सकती, यही होना चाहिए लाइफ में. तो एनीवेज, हैविंग सेड दैट, stress is a everyday thing, and of late I have started meditation yoga, and believe me, Jo, the kind of high yoga gives you, the kind of high meditation gives you, nothing else can give you. And do go out where you have a lot of greenery. I know in Bombay it's very tough, but you have got these parks where there are a lot of green trees. Just sit under a tree, and I don't know, there's a strange connection, whether it connects you to the ground or something. You get amazing kind of energies if you just close your eyes and sit beneath a tree. I try this every day for about 20 minutes to half an hour. I don't carry mobile for 2 hours. Many times I get call from Barkha ma'am, and she knows it. After 2 hours, I'll give her a call and I'll say that I was outside, I was in a gym, I was meditating or something. So I have made this a point not to carry my mobile for 2-3 hours. Believe me, just 2-3 hours away from the mobile can give you a lot of de-stressing effect. It works wonders. Thank you.
Yes, sir, agree to you. And even somewhere it becomes very helpful to connect with nature. So yeah, agree to you.
I would like to say something here, what Amit has told in a little elaborate way. when we do yoga, it's basically a Sanskrit word called yog. And the meaning of yog is to join yourself to the universe, to the Almighty, or to whatever supreme power you believe in. So when you join with that, when you join with the universe or the supreme power or something, then definitely you are in the some other level of peace, happiness, and you feel content. And this is important for everybody who is into any kind of profession. I mean, definitely for actors, for media people who are in a constant phase of stress, anxiety. It's a highly demanding place. You need to do yoga every day, maybe for a small amount of time, but you need to do. This is like a kind of, this should be your lifestyle for the rest of your life. If you really want to, keep in pace, keep yourself stable, and of course, get success.
All right. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your understanding related to yoga. So our next question is to Tanu ma'am again. And Mayank is asking you that how difficult is it to play a character which does not have a good reputation in the whole show? Like people start seeing you as the character you played in the show, then what do you feel when people do not see you as real personality but see you as your character played in the show? So how do you handle all this?
Nice question again. So I think it's a part and parcel of being an actor, so the minute you are a performer, you're going to be open to negative reactions and positive reactions. So, you, like I said, you have to choose the positive. The minute you go to negative, it's going to stop your growth, your life. So you consciously choose positive and accept the negativity around and let it, you cannot get latched onto it. So the minute you latch onto the negative, it will hamper your growth. And as an actor, I know I'm playing a part. And in life also we have different experiences. Like I could be Tanu Vidyarthi, but I could have a very good connection with someone, but not a very positive vibe with somebody else. So it's very natural to play act in life also. You're not the same person with everybody, and same thing happens as a performer. Sometimes you're a negative character and sometimes you're positive, and you understand that audience as such gets they get so connected to the character. So if somebody is negative to me because of the character that I've played, I take it as a compliment. So I take the negative as a positive. I take it as a compliment that I've done justice to the character. So yeah, that's how I deal with the negativity. And I think there's a like a silver lining to the cloud. It's just that I feel that's how I think about it or deal with it. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. And I think Mayank has also got his answer. So our next question is to Kelly ma'am. And Rajika is asking you that most of the time we are occupied with negative thoughts that demotivates us and make us to doubt our own potential. There are times we often get insecure about the challenges to face all because of negative thoughts in our mind, and it leads to affect our mental health. How can we replace it with positive thinking? Because negative thought is something that keep hitting us all the time and make us doubt on the choices we make for ourselves.
There's a really long answer to this, so I'll try to shorten it. But realistically, it's about thinking about what you can do, whether it's meditation, like we've mentioned, whether it's affirmations, whether it's yoga, whether it's any type of self-care. It's not about saying no to the negative voices and ignoring them, like Tanu and I were saying earlier. It's about letting yourself hear those negative voices, asking yourself whether you think they're real, because sometimes that doubt is just fear. So you have to ask yourself, do I really think this, or is that just me projecting my fear onto myself? And also it's choosing to say, okay, this negative thought has made me feel this way because of this, but I'm going to turn it into a positive. I'm now going to flip it. So say you wake up and you say, oh, I can't do this audition. I'm not ready for it. I've been so busy this week. I'm really stressed and I'm gonna fail. I'm not gonna do well. Flip it. Do you know what? I've been really busy this week because I'm a talented actor. I'm gonna smash this audition too. I'm a natural. I've been doing it all week. I'm ready. I can go. So it's about flipping it into a positive as well. But don't think that you can't let yourself feel bad emotions. Of course you can. You're human and you have to allow yourself that time. It's just whether you stay stuck there. Don't stay stuck. That's what leads to depression. That's what leads to anxiety. Try to pull yourself back out after acknowledging those feelings. Don't ignore them, acknowledge them, but then move forward into the positive.
Well said, Kelly.
Thank you, ma'am, for guiding. Okay, so I think Atisha sir has received one question. So you can go ahead and answer it.
No, that was this question that he just asked. It was asked by Tanya about the internship.
Okay, sir. So I think all the questions are answered and
Barkha ma'am has a question.
Yeah, no, I have not a question right now. I have some.
There is no more question. So thank you.
Want to share.
Ma'am, I guess Priyanka is with us now.
We couldn't hear you, ma'am. Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
I'll come back once Priyanka shares her views right now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ravneet, you can ask the question from Priyanka, ma'am.
Hi, Priyanka.
So very good evening to all of you. I'm here, Priyanka Sharma. Working with the Z News right now. Earlier, I was with the India Today Group Aaj Tak. And now you can watch me during my morning primetime bulletins. So I'm basically the Hindi news anchor. So that's my prime core language. So my base was Trinity Institute of Professional Studies. And that college really helped me in several ways. I used to participate in different, extracurricular activities and several events, and I used to host them just to boost up my confidence. So that's really important. If you wanna be a news anchor or a journalist, confidence plays a big role in life. So, and I'm really thankful for the faculty members which were in my time. They used to tell me how to read, how to prepare a script for your anchoring, and what is the value of WHO family, like where it happened, when it happened, this incident, how it happened. So the value of WHO family is really important for any journalist. Or if you want to be a radio jockey, then always, try to create a fun element in your script. So scripting plays a big role. If you want to be the part of any media house, whether reporter, anchor, or producer, radio jockey, that's all are the key factors. So I'm really thankful for the Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, the faculty members, Chairman Sir, R.K. Tandon Sir, because, wherever I'm going, whether earlier it was Aaj Tak, now it is with Z News, everyone wanna know, your college, just tell me about your college, your last college, what you learned there, how about the faculty members. So that's all the vision which I learned from this institute. So I'm so thankful. Thank you so much, sir. And I think we should be serious with our studies during our college days. I never bunked any class. I remember exactly. I used to attend each and every class, and that's really important. Seriousness can make your life big or bigger, or you can achieve anything if you are really serious in your college days.
Very well said, Priyanka. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, one should be very serious during college days.
Yeah.
But generally seriousness comes when the student is in third year or
Yeah.
the fourth semester. So half of the time, generally students, they don't feel so that they should be serious in undergraduate program. And from day one, if they become serious, then certainly seriousness can make the life, can elevate the life, and can, in fact, entirely change the life. So this is the problem which we are facing, Priyanka, in the college since beginning, because it is undergraduate college, and just students, they come from the school from class 12, and they think they are now grown up, they are big, and the uniform is not there. Now they are at their ease, they are at their liberty, whatever they want, they can do. So
Yeah.
that
Students
is
usually thinks कि college is the source of entertainment. So we can go
entertainment
there,
place.
bunk the classes and enjoy with our friends. And later on, when we come in the last third year, and we used to blame the college. Why you people are not giving an internship, the job? You have to show your seriousness. Then
Yes.
only college will help you. Otherwise, no one can help you, even not their parents.
Yes, very true, very true. They should be serious from day one. Then they can expect everything from the college and from their future as well.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
words and kind words for the institution. Really, it matters a lot for us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me in this wonderful session. Have a
And
great evening.
think what Atishay was talking about. Just think on that.
Oh, I'm not ready. Sharing is not caring every time.
That's great. Okay,
Yeah.
bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really nice hearing to all our alumni. I just wanted to share 2-3 viewpoints which I had in my mind, and I wanted to share with all of you that whatever Priyanka said, what Atishay and Ananya and Malika and all our dignitaries contributed towards this webinar. What I that is conclude is that confidence, seriousness, then passion towards work. Then apart from that, there is one saying which is commonly known as where there is a will, there is a way. So you have to be focused and you have to prepare yourself in a way. But there is one more thing which I want to add here is that if you want to remain mentally healthy, you need to speak not only to your friends or to your families, but to your own self too, so that you analyze your own self and then come up with what is that which is irritating you, which is creating problem for you, so that you can plan and then go in the manner that is what remedy you want for your mental health, whether it is yoga or there is some financial issue or there is some you need to talk to somebody. So whatever ways are there, you have to analyze on your own, and then you have to go ahead to resolve your problem. This is just simple thing which I wanted to add, and above all, that is we need to we are there in and exist reverse situations too, where whatever that is, whether it is financial or it is some any other relation that is aspects are there. That is this what I wanted to say is that to students it is very necessary that this is the time where they can excel on their own self. That is either they can work on their hobbies or their in addition to hobbies they have to excel them professionally also. That is certification courses, they can keep themselves busy. They should not be idle and planning their day in a manner that what is to be done, what is exercise time, what and when how to utilize their day so that they are healthy and they are good also, and they can perform their duties. And one more important thing, that is, we need, if we are working, we need to do justice to our job. Everything will be taken care by God, which is there and looking at us. Thank you.
Very well said, Dr. Barkha.
Thank you, sir.
I'd just like to add to that. So I love what Mrs. Bao was just saying. And I think it's really important not just to talk to friends and talk to yourself, but actually to seek further help. Amit was saying earlier that in order to make his feature film about mental health issues, he spoke to many, many doctors. Now, if he's speaking to many, many doctors to find out what's going on, as students, that should give you hope that if something is really bothering you and, you know, talking to friends and doing meditation isn't helping you progress, then you should consider going to a doctor or going to a therapist, because I think mental health is so important. And you can't just go to the dentist for your teeth, but then ignore the problem that's really affecting your life. So always, you know, be open to the things that are there to help you get better, and welcome that help. So, yeah.
I would like to add to what Kelly said. Is that like she said, so just the way when we fall ill and, you know, for an ailment, we go, you know, to a doctor, in the same fashion, we need to address our issues in our head and go to a doctor. So the mind is as much a part of the body. So we need to just consciously, you know, accept that and look for a solution. We don't need to live in agony or in distress. We always have a solution, and we need to just figure out which doctor to go to, what is the issue, but we can work on it. Just the way we go to a doctor for our body ailments, we need to go to a specialist for our, you know, issues with our head. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your thoughts, your experience, and we are very lucky that we can get to know about all the things. So moving forward, it's time for the end of our session. But before that, I'm glad to announce that we have Assistant Professor Mr. Tapanshu Kul with us for vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Ravneet. So good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chairman, Sir, Dr. Aki Tandon, Director Ma'am, Dr. Barkha Behel, all the dignitaries and guests, faculty and staff members from TIPS, and students. I deem it as a privilege to have been asked to extend a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries and to all of you who have made this webinar successful. I'm proud and happy that Honorable Chairman, Sir, and Director Ma'am decided to organize this event. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Amitar Agarwal, Ms. Tanu Vidyarthi, Ms. Laila Panda, Ms. Kelly Jovili, Dr. Raj K.P. Sinha, on behalf of the management of Trinity Group, and on my own behalf, extend to you a heartfelt vote of thanks for gracing the event with your presence and sharing your views and opinions with our audience. I would also like to thank our star alumni, Ananya Bhatnagar, Malika Malhotra, Atisha Malkotia, Priyanka Sharma. Also, I would like to express my gratitude towards Dr. Mukta, HOD BCA department, for helping me in organizing the event, Ms. Ratika for coordinating with all the alumni, students specifically, Ravneet and Harshit for anchoring and wonderful presentation respectively. I would also like to thank the whole BJMC department for taking care of publicity and all the technical support, and Director Ma'am for her guidance and supervision throughout the event. Last but not the least, the wonderful audience is thanked for their patience, cooperation, and support. Thank you very much.
Very nice, Tapanshu.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for gracing the
Bye-bye.
occasion.
Thank you.
Thank
can
you
we have a
so
group picture,
much.
please?
Thank you, everyone.
Before we
Thank you,
leave,
everybody, for
can we
Kindly,
have
can
one
we
group
switch on the
photograph,
cameras,
please?
everyone? Kindly switch on your cameras, everyone.
All right, say cheese. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ajay. Thank you, Ajay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you,
lovely day.
everyone. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.